Welcome back to episode 2 of season 3 here in the Youth Academy RTG. We are in League 1. We have points on the board in League 1, but we've lost more than we've done anything else so far in League 1, with 3 games played in the season opener yesterday. 2 ended in defeat, whilst 1 was a strong victory. And unfortunately, we find ourselves in 15th at this stage, which is good enough for a side recently promoted from the league below, but not necessarily good enough for our ambitious board that would like us to finish in a promotion spot this season. Fight for promotion means finish in either the top 2 automatic spots or the playoffs. And at the minute, we're nowhere near them. But there's still a long way to go, so there's plenty of time to turn that around. We had a couple of extra debuts yesterday, some first team football for some new players, some beautiful new kits. And so far, no bids for our better players. Let's see the transfer window out in exactly that fashion, shall we please? I don't know how we're doing it, but somehow we're muddling through and keeping everyone. We've got a game on our doorstep here at home against Fleetwood. We follow that game up with one against recently relegated from the Championship Wigan, and then MK Dons as well to round out the month of August and the transfer window on transfer deadline day itself. And with that game in the Papa John's Trophy against Exeter on the horizon as well, we should go as far as Shrewsbury and get our next month's worth of new Youth Scout players through as well, hopefully. So, plenty to come today. Plenty for you to look forward to. Plenty of you should drop the video a like, I think. That's what I say. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hopefully, we can add more than just 3 points to the board today. Fleetwood Town, 1 point more than us so far this season, with experienced striker Jack Marriott up top and quality in their midfield with Josh Failer and Wiradu. They're going to be a tough team to play against Fleetwood. Going away from home there is never fun because their pitch is more like a bloody potato field than it is a football pitch away at Fleetwood, at least in my experience as an away fan in recent years. How they are absolutely as well a team that we could consider ourselves able to beat. However, it's to Ben Jack. We will not go behind early doors. That could have been embarrassing. It's Wiradu into Robertson. And Hayes. Ooh. Ugh. That's not great, pal. They'll have to be better in the shot than that if they want to get themselves a victory here today. So far this season, played 1-1 at our new ground. Or improved ground, should we say. We'll try and make Patreon Park a fortress again this season. So far, so good. Although Fleetwood certainly are trying their best. Oh, nicely done by Morris. That's good football from us, to be fair. And we're on the attack now. Morris's pace is electric. Samaras's passing's not bad. And Edwards can't find a teammate. But still, here's Barry Knox. I had a fog all of my own then for some reason. Oh, he's done him. He's absolutely left him behind. The cross is actually genuinely terrible, and Lynch makes the save. I'm struggling to get height on crosses with some of these lower rated players at times. They seem to be whipped low. I don't really know why. Oh, off the line by the defender. It seems since we added the score goals from set pieces, fan objective, we've done everything but score a goal from a bloody set piece. The plan was to then go to Edwards, but that didn't quite open up for me. Here he is. And then there's Morris. And Edwards again, maybe. And Edwards looking for Kai Connick. He couldn't miss from there in first half stoppage time. It seems that Patreon Park may well be a fortress in this second season. No, first season in League 1. Sharp, Chez. Samaras, look at the run Morris is making through that gap. Lovely little drop of the shoulder to send the defender to Edwards. Waiting for the runner Kai, who's arrived. Oh! Right where we needed him. But that, sir, is not it. Brilliant movement. Great first touch. Whoo! Must do better. Jink a little bit of space there. I might have caught myself out. Here's Hayes. And Jack Marriott. We did catch ourselves out. Jack Marriott doesn't punish us, though. Poor effort. Less than a minute and a half left to go now. Wiradu needs to find a teammate, which he doesn't, meaning that'll be 3 points for us, Tarfrey match. We will take the dub. 3 points at home game 1, 3 points at home game 2. 1-0, not 4-0 this time, but a win's a win. And we'll be very pleased with it. 3 points to add to the cause. Now then, just got to avoid having to sell anyone, and we can go and play Wigan. See, these are the weird ones. Because, obviously, in real life, Turkish Europa League side Başakşehir here wouldn't come in for a Scottish League One backup goalkeeper. But in FIFA, that's just how the system works. And as such, I have to consider them because English teams, in real life and in Football Manager, it would be primarily just English teams that bid for my players. But English teams tend not to be the ones bidding for your players in the lower leagues unless they're Premier League teams. It's more teams from abroad. And Marshall is up 1 this year. He is my current backup. I would be willing to let him go for upwards of 3 million. They are Europa League. We haven't so far seen any bids come in for our number 1 goalkeeper. So if I can get over 3, which we can, I don't think I can really fight that much because they're in Europe. If they weren't in Europe, maybe I would have been a bit more bullish there. But because they're in the Europa League, I just don't know as I can really stand up much of a fight. We're 10th so far this season. Cambridge United are 11th. Our next opponent's Wigan, recently relegated Wigan, actually have lost less games than us, but have won less too. They're in 14th so far this season on their return down to League One level. Let's head to the DW, it's probably not even called that anymore, and try and beat them. At the DW then, Wigan are not amazing so far this year. Kind of similar to us, really, I guess. Just kind of middle of the road, not really impressing, nor disappointing. 5 at the back for them. Wasn't good enough to keep them in the division above, but so far it's been good enough to ensure they only lose a quarter of their games so far this season. Away from home, we did not perform well last time we wore this strip. A couple of changes to my lineup include Pearson at cam and McDonald at left mid for tiring, or tired-ish, players from the previous fixture. Actually, a bit of space here for McDonald. Blue and white army seeing the crowd. McDonald draws the save out of Wayand in goal. There is some weakness in Wigan's lineup, both in goal and on the right-hand side of their defence. Oh, I couldn't get there. Could have been a goal from a corner for the fan objectives, but not to be yet. See you as well. All right. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Go on. Go on, Kai. Is he on? I'm not sure. Lift it. Oh, regret it. Lang. Oh, it's just under the toes of the defender. Out to Pierce here for Wigan. Blocked well, but still it comes forward for them in well. Max power. Put too much of it on that. Skewed it well wide of the target. Barry Knox down the line here for Kennedy. Kai in a good spot. His touch is excellent. Oh, but his second one straight at the keeper. It could have been 1-0 at either end. It perhaps should have been 1-1. Both players should have scored. And McGrath picked off well by Ben Jack. Cross there to Boyle. And into Pearson. And out wide to McDonald. I tell you what, McDonald and Boyle are actually putting together quite a good partnership here. I've been very impressed with the two of them so far. They could link up again. Boyle just left the defender on the ground. And Pearson will look for Kai Connick again, who's beaten his man for a second time. And this time, thumps it into the back of the net. The man that had calls from the live stream chat to be dropped for this game and Logan Brown start, fires back against his doubters. He can do it at League One level. Our top goal scorer so far this season. Just onside here, I think, Kai. Number of players around him. I just need to find a bit of space. Pearson. Castro. Castro quiet so far this season since his return from injury, I have to be honest. But holding down that first team spot at the minute. Here's Humphreys for Wigan. Oh, he's done me with that turn. I wasn't ready for it. Oh, he's in. Tucked away. Stephen Humphreys gives Wigan an equaliser. I just couldn't switch to the right defender to try and close him down, frustratingly. My defence, rather ironically in this away kit, parted like the Red Sea. Opened up and through he went. Like Moses. Just, I'll go through there, shall I? Yeah, I'll go on then. 1-1. To be completely honest, neither side has been good enough to warrant 3 points here. It's been a real dud one, I think. Samaras getting forward though. Options with him. Kai is arriving. Support from Castro, looking for Rory Kennedy, who's in behind here. Rory! Jesus Christ, Rory! Please add more than 1 minute. 2. Bugger. I wish he'd only added 1. Here's Humphreys. I really do wish he'd only added 1. Lang in behind. Wigan looking to steal all 3 points at the death. And they might do so from the corner. From that far side, Max Power will deliver. It's not great though. Kennedy will get rid. What are they doing, Samaras? Oh, thank God for that. It's a point against Wigan, which goes towards our fan objective. We could have won that. We really could have won that. It wasn't the best of performances from me, and I will have to be better. I mean, we had 9 shots, though, to be fair. If I'd have been a bit more clinical, we could have got another victory. Marshall is turkey-bound. Not that he needs a hair transplant. He's on his way to Başakşehir to maybe play in Europe. I can't stand Andy's way for that. Lewis, best of luck, my friend. £3.1 million. With the opportunity to be reinvested should we feel we need to reinvest it, which at the minute, I don't think at present we do. Praying that no more bids come in as we approach deadline day, which they haven't. Players on international duty are, of course, Fernandez for Mexico, but hopefully that's not yet, which indeed it isn't. He's now up to 72, in fact, Fernandez. Back at 71. Boyle up to 70 as well. MK Dons on 7 points. Sorry, on 10 points so far this season. Ourselves on 7 points in the top half. And only, actually, 3 points off the playoffs. So it's opening up a little bit. But still, only 4 points off first. So it's not opened up massively. We're still very much in the promotion picture, but on the outskirts of it. MK Dons, who challenged for promotion in real life last season, threatened with relegation in real life this season, still in League One here, with Jonathan Lecco leading the line up top through the middle. Ravit Soli in goal, he's 70 odd rated as well. They've got some good players in there. The defence is strong physically, so we're going to have our work cut out. Back to full strength with Edwards and Morris returning to the starting lineup though. So hopefully, just as creative as we were against Wigan, but a bit more clinical this time, and we might be able to come away with our 3rd win from 3 home games this season. Connick. Oh, nearly. Still got it though. Alright, still got it. Rory's still there. Ah, see ya. I'm going that way. On the other way. Barry Knox. Little dink. Oh, God. That wasn't a little dink. But it has ended up in a goal. Kai Connick somehow brought that under control and somehow tucked it home into the bottom corner. We have ourselves a 1-0 lead. The 100% home record might maintain itself. Barry Knox is weird at right back. I really haven't clicked with him so far. That cross was nowhere near where I aimed it. But the finish was particularly average as well, to be fair, having seen the replay in a bit closer. Oh, keeps. To be fair, it's a great finish with the ball dropping down out of the air from Kai Connick, but the fullback's not covered himself in glory, and neither is the goalkeeper. But we're in front, so we'll bloody take it. Nice tackle by Knox. He's solid defensively. He doesn't have anything going the other way at the minute, Barry Knox, which is a shame because Austin did give us something of that nature last season, but I guess we want to give the youngster the opportunity to grow and have some first-team football. And wow, Samaras very nearly adding a second. Kai Connick will with an exquisite header. That's the sort of cross I wanted from Barry Knox earlier and didn't get. And Kyle scored both. What a header, by the way. Wow. Down into the side netting. Absolutely unsavable for the goalkeeper on the penalty spot. There's no way he gets anywhere near that. That is 93 rated striker levels not necessarily 63 or 4 rated striker levels. And that is now a header and a left footer for Iconic. So if in the remainder of the game, in 55 played minutes, if we can get him a goal with his right, that will be the perfect hat-trick fan objective ticked off already. Ooh, it's just going to reach Smith. And they still could be in here. It's wild from Devoy though, but Mgedon's showing intent at the beginning of the second half and then immediately making a sub 3 minutes into the second half. Unusual from the manager, but if it works for them, then genius. Boyle leaves his man well and truly for dead. Edwards and Morris. Go on, Kai. Oh, no! Oh, I just managed to work it onto his right before the keeper got there, but he couldn't find the bottom corner. I thought that was the moment. Kai so very nearly with a perfect hat-trick. I'm going to try and go back here, actually. Oh, Kai! Oh! The pass wasn't actually intended for Kai Conic. I was trying to get it back to the man running in on the edge of the box, which I think was Samaras. Oh, 2 opportunities potentially now for Kai Conic to get that perfect hat-trick. That hit someone's hand, I'm sure of it, but apparently the referee didn't see it. Oh, that hit hand, but I'll try and play on. I'm more likely to get it to Kai on his... Oh, lovely ball, Morris. Footwork's excellent. Finish, not quite so much. Whoa. Well, maybe I should have taken the free kick for the fan objective for goals from set pieces. Transfer deadline day on the way. And someone else might be on his way in a moment here for MK Dons. The referee is going to brandish a yellow card. It would have fit the narrative very well indeed. Now, can we get one from a corner, from a free kicks here? Sorry. Kai! Why do you... Oh, it's going to go in as an own goal! Oh, no! I tried to shoot... He's on his right there, and he stepped across it to use his left. And the keeper... I'm so sorry. I've tried to shoot with my right. It's come down off the bar, hit the keeper on the arm. As he's falling, he's then landed on it as well, and it's gone over the line. It's 3-0. It's a Ravitsoli own goal, and our 100% record at home continues. Been poetry in motion for us in this game so far. Everything that could have gone well for us has done, other than Kai's perfect hat-trick. And I'm not sure how many opportunities I might get in the rest of the season to get a perfect hat-trick. It just hasn't quite fallen for Kai. So, no perfect hat-trick, but it is a perfect start for AFC Chesnoid at home in League One. 3 games played, 3 victories, 3 clean sheets as well, which we'll be very happy to take home. Thank you very much indeed. That might just fire us into the playoff positions. They had one shot, MK Dons, for a side that were above us and in the playoffs themselves prior to that fixture. That is a surprise. Now then, a very nervy, angsty transfer deadline day on the way. So on deadline day so far, Zubimendi's gone to Napoli, and then the others are just middle level, smaller, you might say, in the modern day era level deals. Obviously that's just on deadline day so far, not necessarily for the window as a whole. Sebastian Haller goes to Paris Saint-Germain. That's an intriguing one. Now I'm hoping Palermo for Tom Edwards. Now Palermo, I believe, are Serie A, and I think that might be, not player stats, I want other leagues. I think there might be Tom Edwards on his way. It's not necessarily the end of the world. He's not one of my best players, nor is he one of my highest performing players. Palermo are not Serie A. Palermo are 17th in Serie B. I'm going to say no then. I'm going to say no to that. 17th in Serie B. Sorry, Palermo. But no. Domenico Berardi makes his way to the Premier League, as does Kanya Fujimoto and Ferdi Kadiolu, who's a player that I've been recommended in the Southampton save, actually, that I've had a look at. No further bids yet. 4 hours to go. Yannick Ferreira Carrasco goes to Bayer Leverkusen. Wan-Bissaka to Tottenham. Antoine Griezmann to Hertha Berlin, intriguingly. Wout Fast to Betis. 5 hours to go. Still no more bids. Please. Davide Calabria to Manchester City. Sofiane Diop to Athletic Club de Bilbao. Lucas Paqueta to Barcelona. And Marco Verratti to Manchester United. Now you're talking. There's some big bids. 2 hours to... How are we getting away with this? I'm in League One with a 74 rated left mid and 5 other 70 rated players in my starting lineup, all of which championship level, and nobody's bidding for them. I've not got them blocked or anything. I'm not cheating the system. I'm just getting that damned lucky. Well, our promotion bid, despite signing nobody, has taken a massive boost there. Now, we're going to get 3 points from that game. It hasn't actually updated yet because... Oh, no, there you go. Now I've gone into it. It actually has. So we're up to 7th. We're up to 7th. Still 4 points off top. 1 point outside the playoffs. It's just in that particular screen, it hasn't updated yet because we've not finished deadline day. Now, however, we have. I'll show you the biggest transfers so far in this window, in this season. Oh my God, I can't quite. I've just got a bid for Crystal Palace for friggin' Fernandes on the day after deadline day. I've just seen that pop into me inbox. Right, okay. Me luck's run out. Mateo Fernandes to Crystal Palace. We will have him until January, but I can't turn that down, can I? 5.2 million I could get for him. They've bid significantly over valuation. 3.2 value, 4.4 bid. If I can get 5, I'm thrilled. If I can't, then... I mean, the tension is still low, so there is a possibility here. But I could still maybe get something. 4.8 they'll pay. 4.8 they'll pay. I might be able to try and loan him back. I'm not sure. We will have Fernandes until the end of the calendar year. But he will be leaving once that calendar year is up. So, does that mean we look to buy someone for January, for goalkeeper, or do we recall... Oh no, I sold Marshall, not loan him. So yes, we buy someone. Oh, I just had to open my big friggin' mouth, didn't I? As deadline day finished, then the bid came in. Okay, we're going to need to find a goalkeeper then in January. Does that maybe mean then, potentially, does that maybe mean the return of Ruben Richardson? Maybe. You tell me. Still only valued at 2.2. He's only grown from 68 to 70 since he left. Does he come back? Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Transfer history. Oh, dearie me. Biggest deals of... Wow! Of this season so far. That's one. Alphonso Davies to Manchester United. That's a hell of a signing. Bruno Guimaraes to Liverpool. Camavinga to Liverpool as well. Oh dear. Pau Torres to Real Madrid, Carlos Soler to Newcastle, Pellegrini Spurs, Bernardo Silva to Bayern Munich, Harry Kane from PSG to Real Madrid, Bruno sold though, Leipzig bound, Fardiol to Liverpool, Zubimendi we saw, Marcus Thuram to West Ham, Guiri to Atalanta, Kolomuani to Bayern Munich, Verratti to Manchester United, Scamacca to Manchester City, Kessié to Arsenal, first big signing I think we've seen Arsenal making the save so far, Matheus Nunez, Schlotterbeck, Jonathan David to AC Milan, Sonset to Villa, Isak to Borussia Dortmund. That's a great signing for Chelsea, and Diogo Costa. Nico Gonzalez to Wolves. Andre Silva, the centre-back, not striker, to Leeds. Conor Gallagher to Hoffenheim. I can't concentrate. All I'm thinking is, YouTube comment section, are we signing Ruben Rodriguez back again? Not Ruben Rodriguez. Ruben Richardson. Ruben Rodriguez. Ruben Rodriguez plays for Notts County. You aren't in the game, Ches. Ruben Richardson might be on his way back. Unbelievable scenes. And I don't believe there have been any transfers with the Patreon players either. I'm just going to have a quick scroll through here at the end. And as far as I can recall, I think everybody has stayed where they currently were. So no transfers yet for Patreon players. But of course, there is still the January window to come. Too much has happened. I'll do it at the beginning of the next episode. At the beginning of tomorrow's episode, we will see who we're going to get from our next bunch of youth scouts. You never know. We might get a worldy goalkeeper in there. Who knows? We'll be playing Cambridge tomorrow. That'll be good for the fan objectives. Sunderland tomorrow as well. And I haven't decided yet. We'll figure it out in due course. That's all for now, though. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss out on any more. And breathe, Ches. I'll see you next time.